The Steel City is ready at Acrisure Stadium here in Pittsburgh. Straight ahead, a good one in store this afternoon. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Rudolph going to throw right away. That's out wide to Warren. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
On the play, second and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Second and 10. Now Rudolph. A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
Seems like there was some miscommunication that time. They clearly weren't on the same page. That's something that they've got to get on the sideline and get corrected as soon as possible, because I think they just missed out on what could have been a big play.
In danger of an opening 3 and out, they face 3rd and 10. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman with that one. And now it's 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
Oh, looked like he may have had a seam for a moment. He was taken down after a solid return.
At their own 40-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. It's the first run of the game for Bijan Robinson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field, and this is a great example here why.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tungo Bailoa gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
This exact situation here, Mike, tends to get a lot of conversation around the league. I think I'm going for it. I think here around midfield, you got to maintain possession, see if you can end this drive with some points. I think you got to stay aggressive, keep your offense on the field.
They'll go. It's Robinson. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff it on 4th down. The Steelers offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. They'll start with a short field, looking for the first points of this contest, and they'll begin 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jalen Warren. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 8. Here's Rudolph. That's caught. It's Roman Wilson. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Rudolph looking to throw. Metcalf pulls in that one. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
You could see that he was trying to find something downfield, trying to take a shot there on 3rd and short, but really nice job understanding there was nothing downfield, no need to force it. Get the ball underneath, get a fresh set of downs, and start over.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
That was just a race to the edge, and in this case, Mike, he just wasn't the winner. I mean, at this point, when the defense is out there waiting for you, it's tough for any runner in this league to even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. To throw is Rudolph. Here's a screen set up for Warren. And he's out of bounds, gain of about 10, so that'll help as they get set to face a 3rd down.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
They'll go with the sneak, and he'll have the first down at the 26, so good job on the ground to keep this drive rolling.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short, the ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect, and it falls incomplete.
Quarterback's trying to give his big tight end a chance to go up and use that large catch radius, unable to connect. Little letdown here for the tight end community, Mike.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Rudolph. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. Raheem Morris consulting with his staff above, and they decide to throw the challenge flag here.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
They've got it at the 8, 1st down and goal. Now, faking the give. He's got it at the 3. And he'll take it on in. Pat Fryermuth, touchdown Steelers.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. On the return is Goodson. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Falcons offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he finds some space tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
From the 33, here's 2nd and a couple. Another run here for Robinson. And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the 1st down.
A gain of 3 yards.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Pitts is the man in motion. Off play action, it's Tua. That's Cooper open right side. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Tua going to hold on to this. And Tua very wisely hits the deck after picking up the first down.
7-yard gain. And the Falcons first down. A gain of 7. And the Falcons first down.
They'll look to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and 2. The Falcons have it to start quarter number 2. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
The size, the speed, and the strength of this defensive tackle was on full display, Mike. He defeats the block, strikes the ball carrier at the line of scrimmage. He's able to bring him down, keep it to no gain.
3rd and 2, Tungo Bailoa. And that is incomplete. Jalen Ramsey, he is tough to throw on. There to bat that one away.
He was defended by Jalen
And the defender does such a good job, Mike, not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down, really nice play.
And this is no good. Could not get it on target. And they are not able to draw closer. That's the danger. They try to sell out and block it. Instead, get the roughing call, and it results in a first down. On the handoff, it's Robinson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Tua. Quick throw, taken in. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
Here's a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
3rd down and 3. From the gun, here's Tua. That's complete. He's got it to London. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
That's another.
Big-time conversion there on 3rd down. Finding yourself trailing at the moment, the last thing you want to do is waste this promising possession. Now, with that throw, they find themselves deep in their opponent's territory. They have to come away with the touchdown to try to cut into this deficit.
They'll run with Robinson. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
So the offense trots out the old jumbo package. So they bring out 3 tight ends, big bodies. But the defense kind of sees it coming. They've got to change it up. You can't be so predictable. Big bodies run, small bodies pass. And I think that's a little bit of what's going on here.
To the right, that's Pitts. And they'll get about 5 yards closer, but now it is 3rd and goal.
A gain of 5 yards brings up 3rd and goal.
Tua. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And he's in! Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons. The veteran Nick Folk here for the extra point. He's got it. And the Falcons will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. To throw is Rudolph. He finds Metcalf on the slant. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Doing a nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points. Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Throwing, Rudolph. And down he goes.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Into space at the 45. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. What a letdown for the defense. They allow a conversion on 3rd and 16. Here's 1st and 10. Metcalf, the motion man. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. Metcalf makes the grab again. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
This one complete to Washington. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
10 more yards. Complete to Darnell Washington. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 27-yard line.
Now Rudolph. That one incomplete. They can't hook up there. And that incompletion takes us to the 2-minute warning.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Escaping to his left. And that's a veteran quarterback doing what veterans do. Don't take the extra hit. Got the first down, get down. The drive continues.
Anytime a quarterback decides to tuck it and turn himself into a runner, you can just feel the sideline hold their breath. They're just hoping that he gets down, picks up enough for the first down, but more importantly, protects himself so he can get himself back up and continue on.
And that is incomplete.
So something they teach these defenders, especially in the secondary, Mike, is to trust your eyes. Don't panic, don't overcommit until you see where that ball is being thrown. And it's a great example here, the defender just trusting those eyes, breaking on the ball, and he almost comes away with the pick.
Back to the air once more on second down. His throw left side is complete. And he'll get only a yard before he's out of bounds, and that's going to set up a third down.
Third down and 9.
Here's Rudolph. He'll try to run for it. Falcons go ahead and take their second timeout as they'll discuss what's to come. These fourth downs looming.
An 8-yard pickup brings up fourth down and 1.
Rudolph looking to throw. He gets this one complete to Pittman. And he will score! Michael Pittman. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback. They get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Here comes Tompkins on the return. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for first and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
So they're trying to get the ball out of the hand of the quarterback. That's the best way to slow down any good pass rush, but the accuracy and the run after catch is a critical part of the play. So when this ball is not thrown out in front, what they call the front shoulder pad throw, it makes it really hard for this slant route to get completed, and the ball's thrown so far behind him.
And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. It's good for a Falcon first down.
And this is why most teams might decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle four. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeout, you can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break. You know, there's a rule that's pretty simple when you're running routes against zone coverage, Mike, and it's as simple as if you're open, stay open. Instead, you see the receiver here, he ends up running to a covered window, and it just clouds the vision of the quarterback. Instead of throwing into a wide open target, He's now forced to throw into a contested area. Third and long obviously isn't an ideal situation to be in offensively. It makes you very predictable, which then places a ton of stress on your offensive line and your quarterback. So they've got to start being more productive in these early downs and set themselves up for more success come third down.
Throwing on third down, Tagovailoa. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield.
15 yards.
15-yard pickup there. First down, Atlanta.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points. So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
15 yards on the catch and run for the first down.
First and 10 at the
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Nick Folk now on with the field goal unit. This one from just under 50 yards. Folk's kick is good. And the Falcons are back within 4 at 14-10.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Just 1 second remaining in this first half, and they will kick it away. And no return here. This is a touchback. Steelers offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. From the 35, it's first and 10. Rudolph. He'll air it out. Deep for Wilson. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. On the return is Goodson. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Falcons offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. On first down, Tagovailoa. Going down the center of the field, open man, and it's taken in. They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
They'll run it here with Robinson. There he goes, inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down. It's a gain of 16, and it's two nice plays to begin this drive.
And what a start to this drive. A little bit of everything. First, you get the explosive pass to start it out, and then you follow it up on the ground, picking up good yardage. the ability to weave back and forth as a play caller, it just puts so much pressure on the defense.
Will be brought down inside the 25. Peyton Wilson that time in on the stop.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 8. Here's Tungo Vailoa. Short throw taken by Pitt. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
3rd and a yard. We'll try to pick this up with the jet sweep. Searching for some kind of seed to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
Interesting. You don't see a lot of jet sweeps on 3rd down. It seems to be more of like a 1st and 2nd down call because it kind of goes with more of the under center run game and play action game. So they go to it on 3rd down. Really nice job there by the defense. Non-traditional play call. Good discipline. They're able to bring up 4th down.
Falcons 13.
So Nick Folk back out after the made field goal. He'll boot this one away. A return now from the 4. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Steelers offense ready for their first possession of this 2nd half. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Warren. He'll push forward for about a yard. Mason Smith on the stop.
At the 24-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Once again, it's Warren. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
25-yard line. A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. To throw is Rudolph. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that 3rd down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
This fielded inside the 35. And it was brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Falcons offense ready to take over possession of the football. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
To throw is Tua. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen, and they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. They get 14 out of the screen, and it's a 1st down.
And the Falcons.
All right, Mike, so the way they teach these screenplays to the offensive lineman is you got to stop the defender's feet. You just don't want him to get a free, clean rush to the quarterback because you're so worried about getting out in front of the back. Make him start his rush over again before you slip out. Ball gets dumped right over the rusher's head. Bang, now you're in the open field.
Complete to number 5, Drake London. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Steelers' 44-yard line.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. And here's Bijan. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
A loss of a yard on the play.
I'm thinking, Mike, they might have had a little tendency on him or been tipped off pre-snap because it seemed to me like that defense was just ready and waiting for the jet sweep. There wasn't a whole lot he could do. He takes the loss.
A shotgun snap for Tua. He's going to let this one go deep. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
The Steelers' offense ready to take over once more. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I don't think this lead is insurmountable by any means, Mike, but they're going to have to find a way to take advantage of some of these possessions as they try to close this game out.
2nd and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Down the field, he's got Washington. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. That's good for 27 and a 1st down.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the 2nd-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is. It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike, and I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
Now, faking the give, under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
Let's give a lot of credit there, Mike, to this defense. They remain disciplined on that play-action fake. Nobody bid on it, and quarterback has no choice but to just eat the ball and take the snack.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. The ball comes out. And fortunately, their center able to rein it in, and they'll retain possession.
These are the opportunities that just kill defensive coordinators. You got the ball loose. You did everything you want. But now you got to recover it. You need better pursuit to the ball, more bodies around the ball carrier. Because when that ball pops out, you've got to be on it. These opportunities don't come around often, and when they do, you got to seize the moment.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. On play action, it's Tagovailoa. That's caught left side by Pitts. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
Fake the handoff. Now, Tua. Moving left. And this is going to be caught, but they say out of bounds. So, incomplete pass.
Well, it's going to go down as an incompletion, but it wasn't from a lack of effort. I mean, he did everything in his power to try to get both feet in bounds. The pass just took him a little bit too close to the sideline, and he just wasn't able to save the play.
Tua now on 3rd down. That's over the middle and take it in. He's got it. A gain there of 16 yards. It's good for a Falcon first down.
And how about the poise of this quarterback? You find yourself down here late in the 4th quarter, Mike, facing a tough 3rd down. You've got to have it. But you know what? He calls the play, he breaks the huddle. He's like, you know what, Coach? I got it. That's a big-time throw to now keep this drive alive as they go down looking for that go-ahead touchdown. You know, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
There's a short one to Hooper. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. It's a gain of 12 there. First down, Atlanta.
As this game continues to come down to the wire, Mike, it just reminds us, this is where quarterbacks earn their keep. You are judged by how you play in these critical moments. In 4th quarter, down a score, it doesn't get much bigger than this.
On first down, it's Robinson. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 13 more on that play. And quickly, another first down.
Mike, the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
First carry of the game for Bijan Robinson. And they'll have 1st and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
Now it's Tua. Open receiver is Dotson.
Complete to Jahan Dotson. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Ball at the 3, 2nd down and goal. Getting the tight end involved in the run game here. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. Looks like we have an injured Falcon on this play. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. For the lead, here is 3rd and goal. It's the quarterback with the sneak, and he will drive his way into the end zone. Tua Tagovailoa, touchdown Atlanta. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Certain quarterbacks have a knack for that, and he finds the space to get in the end zone for the touchdown, Greg.
Yeah, just a good old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Kind of a play that's taken the league by storm. Not necessarily the tush-push like we see up in Philly, but just as effective here, Mike.
So the Falcons try to add on a 2-point conversion here. From the gun, here's Tua. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
So a big change here. They go from down 1, score the touchdown, add the 2. Now they lead by 7 as they kick it off. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense back onto the field for their next possession. On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. And they'll knock him down just shy of the 40. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
They'll run straight ahead with Warren. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
They need one right now. 3rd and long. He'll look deep for Pittman. One, break it up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. Fortunately, this one didn't end up getting picked, going the other way.
Fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 50. The Falcons offense make their way out to take over once more. Now Robinson. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
Now here's a keeper on his own read. And I don't think he got there. Wrapped up the line of scrimmage, and now you're looking at 3rd down. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with the 2-minute warning coming up momentarily. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. They'll try to sneak it here. Trying to find any seat he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down. Raheem Morris consulting with his staff above, and they decide to throw the challenge flag here. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Give left side. Here comes Robinson. Up the sideline to the 40. And he'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield. And 3rd and final timeout taken by the defense. So the 2-minute warning, the only clock stoppage they have left.
48-yard line.
A couple of first downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. They'll go again with Robinson, and he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
Right at midfield. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Another run here for Robinson. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
46-yard line. It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. And they'll run out of the gun. Here comes Robinson. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
And that one not placed as well as he had hoped. It's all the way into the end zone for a touchdown. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Drop this down to Warren.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So, I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
They'll come up now for 2nd down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
Every possession is so critical in these close games. The one thing you can't have here is a turnover. Really nice job making sure that ball is uncatchable, and just line up and snap it again.
Now Rudolph. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So it's a win for the visiting Falcons. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout in the second half. No points allowed, and they cruised to victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.